Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's Pest and Lawn Ginja, and this is my lawn. All right, a little recap here. Last time I showed you guys my lawn, we were dealing with lawn scarification, just kind of dealing with overall thatch issues. What I decided to do is water for a day or two, and then I started to stress the lawn out a little bit. So I want to show you the rough cut of the lawn, and I'm trying to say ciao to the last little bit of the melting out, so we get that real green pop. All right, guys, here's the rough cut of the lawn. As you can see, it is dehydrated. I think I'm at like day 12, no water. I mean, this is actually pretty crazy. Now, what I wanted to focus on is the stressors here. I decided to do this after the scarification application because I wanted to show you guys the process of getting rid of the last little bits of melting out. And I figured, hey, you know, the lawn, it was already looking like a turd, and so I wanted to fix it. Now, getting on top of the lawn, I'm still in shock that the lawn is this healthy, to be honest with you. I mean, you get in here and the grass is soft, it's growing foot over, and this is where the water stress really is. It's still soft, and it's starting to thin out. You have to remember, grass is 70% water. And so I wanted to fix the melting out. Now, you can really see the stress coming along this backside here. And this is more typical because of the height of cut. Height of cut back here is about 2.5 inches. And you can see the dog spots, a little bit more green than everything else. So improper watering, lawn stress. Not too shabby, guys. Again, 12 days no water. I mean, this is pretty crazy. I attribute this mainly to the humic that I'm putting down and the calcium. Everything is just holding in the plant, and it's been 90 degrees here lately, so I'm pretty happy with the results. I don't want to go too much further, so let's put together our July mix and get this out of dormancy. Say goodbye to melting out. All right, guys, so I've spent the last 5 days pushing the water back in, and my results are pretty unbelievable, I'm not gonna lie. But with that said, I want to talk to you about the importance of cultural control. I really like to slightly dehydrate the lawn to push that fungus out and dry it up. Now, you can do this with moss just as much as you can do it with melting out and leaf spot. It works really, really well. Now, I really wish I would have gotten this on camera, but during those 12 days where I wasn't watering, I was spot watering my scalped areas and areas that were already dry. There was no sense in dehydrating the dry areas that got scalped because there already wasn't enough water in there. Now, I used my soil probe randomly throughout my lawn about every third day until I got the water levels down to about 1.5 to 2 inches. And that way you could see the stress visibly going through the lawn. Now, when I started shoving the water back in, I did a couple of short waterings. Now, for me, I've got those Hunter MP 1000 heads that only put out 0.3 of an inch per hour. So they're really slow. So I started off with 40-minute cycles, which for most of you guys with regular heads, that's about a 10-minute cycle. And I just kept round robining it through to train it so the water would actually soak in. Now, with that said, the goal is to get the water back down 6 to 8 inches. Right now, I'm sitting at about 5 inches, and it's taken me 5 days to do it. Now, I've been watering pretty heavily. I've been putting in about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of water per day, and then I've taken a day off just to make sure that I don't cause the melting out fungus again. Now, temperature-wise, it's kind of insane that I decided to do that at this time of the year. Our daily temps have been averaging 90 degrees. So this is something that you can do while it's hot. You just have to be very careful. Well, let's get to the lawn. I think you guys are gonna be kind of shocked at how well this thing bounced back. Let's take a look. Hashtag no filter. This is the same lawn. This is so crazy. I mean, the color, it's rich, it's dark. Let's get on top of it so you guys can see all different angles. We'll do a 360 Ginja cam right now. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, look at it. Dude, somebody pinch me. Holy crap, look at this color. This is insane. I mean, look at this. Woo! Oh yeah. Pretty shocked, man. You get rid of that melting out and it just pops. I mean, it's fantastic color. Bluegrass, the one thing I want you guys to pay attention to, the stripes. Can't see them anymore. But I mean, this is pretty amazing. The color is coming in and it's just banging. Now the amazing part about the cultural control that I did is I skipped one of my steps. I did not apply the granular fertilizer before I pushed in the water. Now I'll kind of show you the difference. The front yard's looking incredible because I've been packing in nutrients about every 10 days on average. I've been packing in those minors and the micros. I've also been packing in a lot of iron. You can see the massive difference in color between the front yard and going into the back. Now both I've been pushing in the same amount of water. The difference is just the amount and frequency at which I've been fertilizing. The front yard I've been doing about every 10 days and the backyard I've been doing about every 4 weeks because I've been keeping it longer. Now with the melting out process, it's going to need a recovery service to come out of it, where the front yard I really didn't need that, simply because I've been packing it in here and it was already available to the lawn. Now you can tell the backyard's a little bit stressed out, but one thing I want you guys to pay attention to is you can see Ned's spots, right? The dog spots, the urine spots. The difference is the amount of salt that's in the urine is causing it to grow. So it's time for a July mix, and that is going to fix this. Had I run my 2100 quick fix and just force some growth, I wouldn't be in this predicament. It would look just as good as the front yard. I anticipate once we start fertilizing, it'll start looking good within about 7 days. In the meantime, guys, I just want to let this lawn grow so that way I can get underneath that melting out fungus and throw it in the trash. Easy peasy. Now, for those of you guys in regions that are a lot more humid than the region that I'm in, applying a fungicide as the final step might be the best choice to go, especially if it's in the pocketbook. Applying the fungicide will help knock out the last little remnants to make sure that you get them all out of the way. All right, ninjas, now type level up in the comments if you feel like you are learning every single time I post a video. If you guys have any suggestions, comments, or concerns, please hit me up in the comments. Love to help you guys out. Till next time, guys, the Pest and Lawn Ginja. We're green.